This is a writing that I did last night, and I want to share it as a reading. And it's called Awareness as Art, or Art as Awareness. Awareness. What about art as awareness? Or awareness as art? Those are the questions that I'm thinking about tonight as I write to you all. The sense that art can be not only a way of understanding, but understanding itself is what is at the forefront of my thoughts and feelings. How do we go about finding, or at least searching for intelligently, intuitively, or both, what art is now here at the end of 2018, going into 2019? My search has led me all throughout the last 100 years and beyond. The thread that stands out to me, though it may be different for you, is that which begins with Marcel Duchamp and the ready-made. Goes through to John Cage's unconventional relation of music and sound, Alan Caprow's Happenings, and Andy Warhol's Brillo Box, and more recently with Ririkrit Venetia and relational aesthetics. It is a thread I see as being defined by a coming together of art and life in so many ways. If one follows this thread and sees validity in it, then it stands to reason that one might ask the question, so now what? And that is where my work that I have been doing takes off. It asks, how do we think of art if indeed art is life itself? My answer to that? Art is the craft of life. It is a way of living. Actually, it is living itself. I wrote a book about it. I was so moved and inspired. And I've begun doing YouTube talks because, well, that is another great way of self-publishing ideas in this day and age. Still, I have been called to do a Medium post. I have missed Medium, and that is why tonight I am sitting down to write out this brief summation and posing of the themes with which I am living daily and am looking for deeper engagement with. What does it mean to say that art could be awareness, and awareness, art? Here is the flow I have gone through. In my study of meditation, I have learned that awareness is the essence of meditation. Calm and peacefulness are many times the experience of meditation, but the essence is awareness. As I began to read through the development of the Western history of art, as previously mentioned, it began to appear pretty strongly that art and life were crying out to come together, at least to me anyway. This came from my readings of and experiencing of work by countless artists. If life and art came together, then we would have a sort of life-art union. Now, in meditation, there is formal and informal meditation. The formal meditation is a session many times between 10 and 20 minutes long of sitting where one's breathing is focused on through awareness. Informal meditation is when this awareness is integrated into the entire stream of all 24 hours of the day. Many times through my studies, it has been taught that you recall the sense of meditation or awareness in many little reminders throughout the day, whereby the wisdom and experience gained through the formal meditation is integrated into the entire day, throughout the day. And so it is throughout the weeks, months, years, and potentially one's entire lifetime. My work starts at the point where if art is life, and we think about and approach life as art, then what do we actually do? And I saw through my engagement with art and meditation in my own life that the two lend themselves to one another to become a kind of third entity or nexus of vital life understanding that we may embody and which is actually our innate goodness in action. It is us becoming aware of our innate goodness and exercising it. So that is why I have started these meditations now. Guided meditations I myself am recording and making available to the public as it is my way of maneuvering and navigating this understanding that I have been having and which I think and believe is pertinent to people's lives. I also see then how what I call conventional practice, meaning not only painting, drawing, and sculpture, but video, sound, working with artificial intelligence, data streams, become a kind of formal practice similar to the formal meditation. The formal art practice, in other words, is anything that gets used to be an exhibition or some similar format like a bound book, a stage, a CD, or a gallery. But the processes that are at the heart of this generation is fodder for a deeper understanding that happens within and is perhaps the real fruit of art in our life. Regardless, I have experience where, when drawing while talking with others at a round table, thoughts and feelings get stoked and flow more fluidly, almost glowingly. This shift as seeing conventional art practice as support for a life experience, as art, is where a lot of my writing started to take off in the last year. It became no longer about posing exhibitions, but rather getting with life, right in the flow as it happens. I feel like that river of vitality is where art is now. I'm doing videos on YouTube as art now as a way to share ideas about all of this. I'm also writing about it and talking to people in person. That is how I do my art. But nevertheless, I still sculpt and paint and draw and make music. I see how there is room for it all. In the dawn of this kind of understanding, some folks, such as myself, will still be called to make conventional art. And by all means, I think, thank God for that, because of course, we want moving stories and images to grow with and from. However, art is so much more than that now. The development in Western art has shown us this, I feel. There is a chance for this intersection or nexus to become one of innate personal and social understanding of what it means to not only make art, but to be art, and to, in a way, make or co-make ourselves and the world of which we are a part. Thank you for reading this. It has been such a joy to get all of this out into the screen here and to share with you all in a concise and straightforward exposition. I hope for more of this. This has been awesome. I hope you enjoyed it too. Thank you so much. Take care. Thanks for listening.